At its peak, this city was the New York, Paris, and Hollywood of the ancient world. Home to over 1 million people, where poets, traders, and emperors made history. This was Chong'an, the heart of the Tang Dynasty. Meet the master of this cosmopolitan city, Emperor Xuanzong, the man who ruled China for 44 years, made it the richest empire on earth, then nearly destroyed it, because of love. This is his incredible story. When 27-year-old Xuanzong took power in 712 AD, he took charge like a CEO, fired corrupt officials, hired smart advisors, and made China richer than ever. For 29 years, China experienced the Kaiyuan Golden Age, a time of peace and splendor. Farming was the backbone of the country back then. The emperor pushed for upgraded tools and water systems, resulting in bigger harvests, packed grain warehouses, and leftover crops for winemaking. Imagine a time when tea was an art form, wine flowed like rivers, and poets competed in drinking games. Welcome to the Tang Dynasty, where caffeine and alcohol ruled Chinese social life. Tea evolved from a simple beverage to a cultural phenomenon. From imperial courts to rural villages, everyone was sipping the aromatic brew. While their tea master Lu Yu wrote the world's first tea Bible. You'd never believe it, but the most shocking truth is this: alcohol was the secret source of Tang poetry. While modern poets chase inspiration in coffee shops, Tang masters found their muse at the bottom of wine cups, and somehow, this drunken creativity produced China's most immortal verses. In the Tang Dynasty, poets thrived like stars. Over 2,200 poets composing nearly 49,000 immortal verses. Picture this. 8th century China had more poets per square mile than modern New York has Starbucks. If Tang poetry was a concert, Li Bai was the rock star improvising drunk anthems. His Bring in the Wine became the party anthem of the 8th century. These poems became China's first viral content, passed hand to hand across continents along the Silk Road. The Silk Road was the Tang Dynasty's internet, where paper and printing spread west like viral trends. Foreign merchants and monks uploaded exotic cultures, and China's cosmopolitan capitals became the world's first multicultural hubs. Even today, we still see the Tang Dynasty's legacy in names like
Tang poetry,
Tangren Street, Tang-style clothing, which show the endless charm of the glorious Tang Dynasty. While every golden age has its shadow, every hero has a weakness. For Emperor Xuanzong, it is love. At age 60, Xuanzong fell madly in love with young Guifei, a beauty so famous. Poems said, flowers were jealous of her looks. Xuanzong would go to extraordinary lengths to make her happy.
He had fresh lychees delivered by galloping horses over 2,000 kilometers, just to see his beloved Lady Yang smile, creating China's most legendary fruit run in history.
The poet captured this tragic extravagance in 2 piercing lines. A single horseman kicks up crimson dust. The concubine smiles. No one knows. It's lychees arriving from the south. The talented couple were masters of music and dance. He wrote the music, and she created the moves. Their collaboration produced the legendary rainbow and feather garments dance, considered the greatest masterpiece of ancient Chinese dance. Emperor Xuanzong, once a brilliant ruler, in his later years, became obsessed with Lady Yang, neglected his duties, and surrounded himself with corrupt officials. And Lushan, the fat general, won Emperor Xuanzong's trust by performing wild world dances to flatter him. With the emperor's favor, he secretly built up his military power. while Lady Yang's family were like a mafia, skipping taxes, making dirty money, and putting their buddies in power by selling government positions like hotcakes. The power fight between them got worse and worse, like two tigers fighting in one cage, until their battle destroyed the whole country. In 755 AD, disaster struck, and Lushan rebelled with 200,000 troops. The Tang army, weakened by years of peace, collapsed. Xuanzong fled Chang'an as rebels burned his capital. Then, the ultimate sacrifice. His generals demanded Lady Yang's death to restore morale. Legend says she was strangled with a silk scarf. Xuanzong, heartbroken, abdicated in favor of his son and retired from public life. The Lushan Rebellion lasted 7 bloody years, 55–63, killing millions and marking the end of the Golden Age. When the dust settled, the wounded Tang Empire survived for a century and a half, like a once mighty lion, now walking with a permanent limp. Emperor Xuanzong's rule was like a roller coaster. For 29 years, he built a dazzling empire, then, in 15 years of bad choices, watched it crumble. His legacy remains China's most powerful lesson about how brilliance and blindness can coexist in one ruler. 50 years after Xuanzong's reign, poet Bai Juyi wrote the famous Song of Everlasting Sorrow, a tragic love story that also tells how a great dynasty fell. Today, 1,300 years later, in modern-day Xi'an, the Tang Dynasty's Chang'an, the Song of Everlasting Sorrow was reborn as a spectacular outdoor dance drama, bringing Emperor Xuanzong and Lady Yang back to life under the same moon that once witnessed their tragedy.